So if everybody could just put their attention on their breath and watch it. And funny enough, the theme is about what you focus on most grows, or pay attention, and it appreciates. And as you just watch the breath, I want to just direct your attention as I talk. No effort required from you. You're here now, and you're the conductor, the director of this week to be. It's a clean slate. It's an infinite space. Just to help you think about it's an infinite space. The infinite capacity of the thought field, or the infinite capacity of the universe, is that it's never there. It's never complete. That's the beauty of infinity. It's always more, always changeable, always able to be added to. Watch the breath and think about what you think about, and where your attention is dictates the energy you give it. And at a quantum science level, it stimulates it in so many ways. It stimulates it molecularly, it stimulates it energetically, it stimulates it vibrationally, etc., etc. And the way you look at it as you watch your breath dictates the perspective you cause yourself in the senses. And the first sense, as you watch your breath, is thought and imagination. And it drives the others. If you imagine the story that I use, for those of you that know, others that don't, it doesn't matter, but you'll understand it enough, is the 6 dragons. And so the first dragon and the formation of the dragons is imagination and thought. Everything comes from mind. If you look at the beautiful Hermetic wisdoms, the wisdoms of ancients, the original mystery schools, everything is mind. And once the mind engages in its way of looking at it, as you look at this week, this year, this empty slate of this incompleteness, which is continuously incomplete, it's beautiful. It's not finite, it's not absolute, it's not there yet. It's able to be considered, changed, influenced. And as you look at that, you give yourself your experience. And the second dragon is ignited, which is the dragon of emotion. The emotion, as you consider it now, and just pay attention not only to your breath, pay attention to your emotional predisposition and breathe into it. Whatever it is, without judgment, just notice it is reflecting your mind, where your thoughts are, both consciously and unconsciously. And that stimulates, of course, the third dragon, which is the spoken word. Sound, engaging breath as you breathe, and putting sound to it, and then forming it into shapes and tones called words, sentences, influencing, transporting the mind's imaginings into the portal of speaking. It becomes one of the first formations, and from the imagined realm, from the beautiful unconscious, into the physical through sound. You speak it, it's forming sound. You write it, and you bring stuff through. And then the fourth dragon is really important as you consider this, is the dragon of forgiveness. And it's not a moral dragon, even though the act of forgiving could be seen in the scope of good behavior. But it's to forgive to the past, to let go that which is complete, to let go that which is done, be it painful or pleasure, take the learnings and the wisdom from it, and move into the next dragon, which is gratitude. So as you notice the dragon starting to flow in formation, as you calibrate yourself, just watching the breath, in and out through the nose. You'll notice they work together, the mind, the thought, the imagination, the emotion, the spoken word, forgiving, letting go. So many people hold on to the past in all sorts of ways, not only holding on to resentment and unforgiveness, but just holding on. And it takes up a lot of energy, enormous amount of energy. And if you look at what you focus on most grows, and bring that energy and direct it into your intention, your work, your effort, your contribution with gratitude, then the next dragon is the dragon of stillness, being present, being still. Can only exist if the other dragons are in alignment. And then you bring stillness to the day, not in terms of slovenliness, but stillness and state. And then put that stillness through the intention, what you focus on this week as a window, or this year to be as a window. Your intention as a window, your particular piece of work as a window, and influence it with integrity, with stillness, with poise, with balance, to respond with ability. So now increase your breath through the nose into a circular breath. If you can't do it through your nose, just do it through the mouth, that's fine. And connect the breath so there's no beginning, no ending. And as you do that, like everything you do has an effect. The circular breath bypasses the habituated breath, which is attached to your memory and your way of protecting yourself at many levels. As you connect the breath into a circular breath, you come into absolute now. Watch your state. Notice your posture and just relax. And notice you're sitting here in the time span, the time zone, the now. I mean, you can't really be anywhere else, although the imagination can take you many directions and places. But here you are, facilitating you into the now and causing. As you do that, just reflect with responsibility, but without anguish, on what you've caused to date and the journey you've traveled all these years and the years before, perhaps before. And just notice as you sit in the space of who you've become, and just witness what you have, your circumstances, your lot, the people, the relationships, the entanglements, the beauty, the bliss, the mess, the lack, the abundance, all of it. Just notice it and be aware that you, over the years, have been working toward cultivating stillness so you can facilitate with balance. And as you become more refined and more masterful like you guys, you start to drive it from your center and your being, where you're facilitating by managing your state. You're managing your emotion. You're managing the third dragon, words. What you say into the space reverberates. You know what it's like to receive praise. You also know what it's like to be scolded, abused, yelled at, screamed at. Unreasonable communication. And just notice the power of it as it reverberates through the sixth dragon. And as you do this, just bring your awareness to now sitting here going, and look at your world and reflect on your money, reflect on what you own, reflect on the world you facilitate, the environment you're part of, the community that you're part of, the effect you have, and the result of it in the immediate havings, and be aware with stillness. And as you do it, now look into this week and start to lift your breath into the Wim Hof breath as you bring life force through breath is life into the space, like you're into the void, into the infinity, infinite possibility. 30 or 40 breaths in and out, breathing in and hold and out. So bring it into the gut, let it go. Noticing the change in your chemistry as you influence the chemistry, the CO2, the pH, as you influence consciousness, oxygen, CO2, the neurotransmitters. Just notice that in this apparent, strange, fluffy, perhaps, space, that it is serious business. There's millions of dollars in this room. There's incredible results. There's exquisite human beings. They didn't just turn up. They're cultivated through how you manage your attention. And as you influence that, and influence what you have and who you've become, and pour it into your intention, your beautiful business, your craft, your field. If you pour it into your family, if you pour it into the management of your health, if you pour it into how you bring yourself to others' experience of you, how you walk down the street, how you attend to stuff, how you manage emotion under pressure, you'll start to see where you could refine your being more as you get to your 30th breath or more, and hold on the out breath. And hold for as long as you can without force. Just sit in the stillness. As you do that, just a simple act of what you've just done is you hold. When you can't hold anymore, breathe in and hold for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then run another round. But as you hold and you sit and you calibrate, you notice your chemistry has just been influenced. Your pH has come back to balance. Oxytocin's increased. DHEA or youth hormone is stimulated. Energy, the balance of the CO2 is increased in the hold. In the breath hold, you increase CO2. That means that the oxygen can be distributed into your system by increasing CO2. Oxygen can't enter the system without CO2. So as you just notice, you've just done that through the breath work. You've gone into a circular breath as you run another breath now. Before that, and you brought yourself into a stillness. And you heard some information based on some of my learnings over the years, and some that you can add to what you already know. And you can sit here and go, I'm taking time to prepare myself, to manage myself, because my life is worth it. It's worth putting effort into because I'm an elite performer. If you want to increase your world in its abundance, you need to increase you. You need to become more managed in your six dragons, or your state, your emotion, your response to life, your decision making, your view, your wisdom, the way you see it is all caused by you choosing at some level to see it that way. What you focus on most grows. And as you sit here in contemplation of my ravings, just allow yourself to watch your breath again. If you want to run another round, you're managing yourself. The Formula One driver comes in to the pit, not because he just wants to have a chat to his mates. He comes in to take the time to make sure the refinement of the machine is in order. We are the most refined machine, mechanism, intelligence there is, capable of managing itself consciously, choosing. As you sit here on a Monday and just choose to be with people who are conscious of that, you can look at your water and say, how do I increase it? How do I increase me? It all comes back to you, to increase you, to manage you. What are you eating? Not being fanatical, but are you eating with nourishment? What are you reading? What are you learning? Who are you spending time with? Where's your attention when you're running your enterprise? Are you paying attention to the vision of what you're causing to increase it and its current state and its maintenance? Are you inspired in spirit? Are you connected to the infinite capability of it? And say, what am I causing and what's its greatest outcome? What do I want to cause beyond my having? What do I want to cause as an effect for my clients? What do I want to cause as an effect for the people that work in my enterprise? What do I want to cause as an effect for my children, for my family, for my best friends, for my community? Who am I like to be with? Who am I like to be with under pressure? Who am I like to be with when there's celebration to be had? Who am I like to be with when there's work to be done? Am I able to take control of my emotion, my response, my words, my precision? I was at one of Australia's biggest jewelers and watchmakers last week who I work with. And he was showing me down in their big factories. And he said, see that guy over there is a Swiss guy. He's a specialist in Rolex. He's a master craftsman in Rolex. These guys can make a piece, a working, moving part. It's so tiny and they can engineer it. And the stillness and the patience that's required is not for the faint-hearted. And you look at that precision and the refinement of the human mind to be able to go so micro, using an eyeglass or a piece to see it, to bring it into a larger so you can actually do the work, and then tiny tools. These guys that were master craftsmen on these pieces could do it without machines. They can make parts without machines. Extraordinary. So as you watch what we're capable of, and then look at someone who's saying, Elon Musk, let's go to Mars. I'm not sure how yet, but let's do it. And the big picture, panoramic capability of the human mind. And then look at your world and say, what am I facilitating? What am I causing? Am I getting up in the morning and just going in and doing what has to be done because it has to be done? It's a task, a chore. Or am I ritual focused? Do I prepare my mind like you're doing? Do I prepare my state? Am I clear on what I'm causing? Am I clear on who I'm bringing to the day? And then look at this week as you see it in your immediate future. This few days, 7, they say, so many sevens, 7 primary colors, 7 sounds, 7 days of the week, 7 endocrine system organs or chakras are on the 7. There is an order, there is an algorithm, a mathematical structure to the way it all works. There are the Fibonacci numbers and there's the sacred geometry, and you go, wow, there is so much more to mathematics than arithmetic. There's so much more to being you than just the immediate physicality, biology. You're part of an infinitely capable thought field, collective unconscious, as Jung said. So as you notice this now and put your attention on your breath again, I want you to put your attention, because you can, and put it on where you emanate from, where your center is, where your golden chalice, your magnificent center is. It doesn't matter whether it's abstract. Where do you flow from? Where's your center? Where do you connect to source from? We know scientifically that the solar plexus is a part of that connection. If you feel drawn there, or the heart, all of them. Solar plexus is called that because it's part of the infinite capability, the solar, and the plexus is the ganglionic mass of neural pathways all joining, where the conscious and the unconscious, the infinite and the finite converse, chat, talk, agree, disagree, get a sense of. Is this right? Is this wrong? Does this feel good? Beyond logic, beyond the linear logic, a sense of, does this sit right with me? So as you put your attention in them, whatever that part is for you, and allow the conversation, the inner conversation, the deep nature of you, and just check where it is for you. And just check, do you consult this part? Or do you only go for the linear information as your source? Do you connect in and meditate and breathe every day and sit quietly? Or just make notes on your vision, your dream beyond limits? What do you really want? Some of you have beautiful cars. Some of you have amazing businesses and professions. Some of you are great consultants in the space. Just notice, you get up, you're here, you're sitting here now. What are you causing? What do you want to put your attention on and actually cause that you feel proud of, that you feel something you want to sow time and energy and effort and expertise and grow expertise into? What are you doing? And as you look at that, now look at the week before you and put attention on it. And look at it. It's a blank slate, an infinite space of thought and ability and imaginings. And look at it. And look through the immediate circumstance that sort of turns up before you. The money, the problems, the challenges, the people, all of it. And just get here. But look through it. Look through it to its intention, its destination, or one of them, the next destination. Look through it and really look at it and go, do you have a strong relationship with that destination? Or is it just a, yeah, we want to make a profit? Yeah, whatever. Got to go to work. I want to buy another thing. Yeah, I want to go on a better holiday. Yeah, I need to put the kids through school. Yeah, it's true. It's all awesome, but look through it. What are you causing? So if we walk into your business or into your enterprise or into your world and say, what does this world cause? What's its intention? What's the space about? What the fuck is going on? And notice your connection to it, no judgment. Are you serious? Are you connected to your vision? Or is it just, I get up, I do my thing, you know, I try to get around some of the obstacles and problems, both mine and that which the governing bodies put in place to get in my way or help me, I don't know. Are you connected to what you're here to cause? Because just in case you didn't recognize it, you mean something. What you do means something. You didn't choose your craft just because it was a coincidence. There's a part of you that you are gifted. It's your DNA. It's a magnificent intelligence, a unique gift. If you take that gift as your uniqueness and pour it into your enterprise and your life, then you're bigger than your immediate having world. It's an amazing world. Hopping in a Porsche, Ferrari, hopping in all that stuff, flying business class, first class, having your own Learjet, whatever it is, all of that. It's awesome. It's so much fun. But what are you doing? What are you causing? If you turn up at whatever the next stage is and there's the avatar sitting around saying, hey, g'day, mate, how you going? What did you do? What did you cause? What would be your answer? I got a bit busy. Yeah, but what did you cause? Oh, no, I got the kids through school. That was good. Yeah, well done. Good, good. Yeah, what else? I bought a house. Yeah, good. I bought another one. I bought a whole lot. Yeah, but what did you cause? How did you influence? With your one wild, audacious life, what did you do? What are you doing? So as you check that now, and now come into the breath. Come into a circular breath. Put your attention on this week. And allow yourself just to, you might not know specifically, some of you will know, put your attention and say, I really want to be more connected to my meaning. I've been given a set of gifts. I've been given a space and time. I've been given a body to play with and free-dimensional. I've been given so much. What are you doing? And as you check it now, breathe into it. And choose one thing this week you want to put your attention on and influence. Because you're the sun. And as you shine your sun on life, it causes growth, energy, life force. Your breath, your light causes. And as you check it, what's the one thing you want to focus on this week? And just polish it. Work on that piece. It might be emotional management. It might be where you put your attention. Is it toward what you want or away from what you don't want? Where do I put my attention? And a good way to check is, where's your emotion? If you check your emotion and it's a little bit tense or anxious, you'll know that your first dragon, imagination and thinking, is looking at something that you're scaring yourself. And so bring it around to what you actually want to cause that inspires you, doesn't scare you. But don't look at your immediate circumstances or the ones that you don't like. Look at what you want to cause. And that which you already have, which is already awesome. And in that breath, now bring your attention into the room with your breath and your stillness, and be aware of your breath during the day.